Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir à tous. And howdy doody. To all you Canadians, east to west, north and south. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this evening's final commentary match. It's every bit a semi-final between Canada and Les Bleus du France. We have arrived here at the last on Friday after 5 full days of intense competition and the intricate weavings of the system involved in these 9 teams at the mouse as they've consolidated and set and rebuilt, all on their way to claim almighty gold. In France, we have the multi-gold medal winning side. Recently, undefeated, 3 years in the running. We have Canada, underperforming for the year since they first arrived at the Masters. Not here. 100% on fire. Earlier on today, in an outstanding match where we saw the Canadians and Americans play simply the best hockey ever played at Masters level before. Outstanding. The French have played themselves right into this tournament and are now every bit the contender. And I still maintain my earlier mentioned formula. We've got a top 4, any one of which could possibly go through. Certainly a top 3. Tonight's match will determine, in actual fact, the real top. And that'll take us through to tomorrow. It's finals day tomorrow, here at the Masters Inline Hockey World Championships at the Intercable Arena, Bruneck. The staff very generously populating after most of the other players, teams and families have done for the day, their various matches. Team GB, I know I've got another match coming right after this one, and they're going to check out to see whether or not they can their way to get back into this by playing their last match today. I did post that I was going to try and achieve that match on the commentary, but unfortunately I can't. We've got a big meeting tonight to restructure and refinalize and make sure that this game is sustainable. So I'm going to move into my other hat, which is the hat I wear in a Mihwa capacity as a director. Right here, right now, all eyes are on these 2 formidable sides, gold medals and gold medal hopefuls. Team Canada a little bit unperturbed by their American counterparts. Maybe needed to realize exactly what it is that it takes to beat them. Their pace, absolutely electric, unbeatable, tenacious, fierce, physical. It was a great matchup. It didn't quite come off at the best. USA determined to get the gold that they've come so close to before. 2-time silver medalists here at their debut and the year following, when they proved that they were stupendous. They could never get past this French team. But this year the French team have every bit as progressive, creative, quick, formidable, superb. But around them the world is changing, and the world of Canadian inline, headed by the Pure Maple Initiative and Mihwa and the iconic, talismanic world's technical director, David the Hammer Hammond. sending his influence on the Canadian bench and sending a message to everyone here. Needed to do more against the US. Going to need to do an awful lot. They're going to have to come out here, fight to get ahead. When the Americans fought the French, it was no easy task. It was very close, very tricky, because you have at your disposal the mass. Numéro 20. Amongst many other planet bodies, their gravity immense. Here we go. In the at the Masters. This is France versus Canada, which will determine who goes forward to tomorrow and who plays for the bronze. Masson. Little challenge by Hammond there. Goes for and the first test. Every bit is equal to. Canadians are going to have to be extra specially good. The three best keepers of any Masters tournament ever, let alone just this one. Two of which are before us immediately right here. Canadians maybe getting some chances and holding their breath. French passing is sharp. That's his goal. And that's what can happen. The French can unpick you. Maybe the tightest of defense, the only charmer in the Canadian side. And France is scoring. Now, will that poke the bear? Will the Canadians get into action? Or are they starting to feel a familiar vibe? One that they felt before here. Depends a lot on particularly this individual, Lahai. My bad. So these numbers, it's to see the white on white, the silhouette, just from the angle here. So that was Olivier Chagnon. Super quick. There's Blundy going in. Stockdale. A little bit of clash of the Canucks over there in the corner. Canadians feeling a little bit of the swords. That's not breaking out very clean. Canadians just maybe on the back here. French sensing some disturbance in the force. No. And Sakos forced to support their teams in every iteration. Canadians just look a little bit befuddled. Is it nerves? Much anticipation? Spoke to the Hammer earlier on today. He was cool, calm, collected, knew exactly what he needed to do. Around and available. Oh, nice little block there. Played by Indy. Adam Matthews has got a little stinger on his glove. Precisely what you expect to see on display so far. The French are going to be super quick. They're going to be lively. They're going to jump on chances. It's going to be fast. High sticking call is coming up. Might have been against Adam. And Yaligné. having a chat with the referee to see who's going to go and then what stances. It's a little bit of a pause. Hammond, assistant referee, comes over to have it. It's going to be a high stick for the formidable Masson. Only a penalty could tame the Thunder. Canadians maybe needing to do a little bit of mental health moment here. Mika chatting away on the bench, sorting things out. I can see Hunsey on the bench as well too, offering his support. Never in my life have I ever, or will I ever see a bigger heart on a bigger sleeve than that man standing in the red top right behind Mika, echoing everything he says. The Maple Leafs come out here playing for pride. The French playing with passion. Ongoing discussion here. Can't describe to you precisely what the trick is. Penalty box door is open. It's a 5-minute penalty now up on the board for number 20. That would be 5 minutes in the absence of one of the very best players ever to grace the French side. A match. Holy. That's not what I expected. Well, you can bet your life that I'm going to be replaying that time and time again to see precisely what it is, but France must be absolutely shaken to the core. Masson goes to the bench. To the bench, to the locker room. Early shower. And for 5 minutes, Team Canada will have the advantage as Birloz takes the penalty on his behalf. I knew that someone had caught a little stinger there, but I had no idea that it was going to be called for that serious a penalty. The French must be rocked. I'm shocked. And the Canadians seemingly have a chance now to completely reverse the run of play because the French were all over them. It's going to take a monumental effort for the French to come back from this. Hammond in his slot. Little flat. Could be moving a little bit more even in this situation. Shara. Hammond. Ooh, found that spot. Jérôme Sali. Nearly impossible to beat. They're going to have to work hard even in this situation. Shouts go up. Oh, look at this. Fantastic effort. So quick. So even movement. Quatrail. Oh, he was in a great spot. Now, Hammond's got some pace there. Big freight train. It's going to be physical. Rabi checks him. Clean. Great check from Zav. Hammond, though, replaces. Visser. Gentle giant. Oh. Shazera maybe could have elected to do the wraparound there. Got all the time in the world, the Canadians, to sort of put this together. Little bit of prep in their step now. They've got to be thinking that this is doable. Oh, Hammer didn't find it. To the backhand. Still can't find a hole. Jérôme Sali, imperious. Hammond now tries to open up. French defending well. Quattre. Shishera now goes on his attack run. Oh, nice little tip. It was so clean. It was just textbook. And the gentle giant Jamie Visser, just with the most subtle of touches, tips it in. Big thanks to Jamie, who sorted me out with the shortcut from our hotel to this arena, the shortcut of the century. Super props. It's cut 15 minutes off of my commute, air quotes. Still just shaking my head at the situation that the French face. 2 minutes 46 left in a major penalty for their absolute iconic, talismanic Masson. Canada equalize, and they're going to have another 2.5 minutes to do it again. Oh, through and through. Hammond's formidable shot, rebounds off Jérôme Sali. Visser. Ungarde. Oh, such clever moves. Shishera is really good. He saw the spot, and that was a save of the century. Jérôme Sali. He'll be feeling that in his elbow. Lundy comes out with Chagnon. Top shot from a high. Deflected. Bounces back. French still defending extremely well here, doing an awful lot. Rob Morgan now on the point. What's he going to do? Always sat close to Hammond, the two of them conflabbing every moment of the day. Rob now. Oh, Waits took his moment. Bounced back off the boards, just in behind the net. Fighting now in behind. What a toolkit. Lawyer spinning and twisting in the wind. Oh, but all that effort just gave the Canadians an opportunity to return the favor, and now they go up. Donald Reggie Goodfellow. And now, are the Canadians more settled? Have they got their heads in the game? Is this going to be the sort of general glacial direction of travel, slowly marching on towards the victory that they anticipate, setting us up for the most juicy final? Will it be revenge for Canada against USA? The Americans are certainly there. They've beaten both these teams. Hammond. Oh, found it. Unlucky. Smulders. Oh, great tip. Visser always in the right spot. You'd think you'd spot him. Can't miss him. Rings the bell. Cleared, but just barely. Hammond turns it right round. Wants to get right back at it. Setting up. Oh, Hammond just loves to rip one in there because he knows it's going to rebound. It's got such power. Pass. Oh, now that's one there from his compatriot. And the time has come for the French to get back to 4-on-4. And this could rebalance. There's only one goal in between. Canada 2, France 1. 12 minutes. Hammond under pressure. Look at this forecheck. That's good. Pride. Couldn't be a better named chap. Smulders digging. They can break. Yarom Yaline works together with Laurent. Shot deflected. Digging, digging, digging. Force Pride comes in to help. Reggie Carson. Big unit, difficult to dispossess. The French are just all over it. Pride just takes his time, settling. Still yet to see some of the Canadian movement that we know and like, sort of the more neutral zone dominant stuff. And the high will come out and set it up. That's nice. Here we go. Now Pride moves in. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't get it. Ooh, loose in front. And Salih just neatly scoops. So far what I see is if Canada play their game, they've got this. That is the kind of thing that they should be able to do. Absolutely dominate, play their game, cycle, moving slowly through each gear, once through their own face-off circles in defense and break out, move into the neutral zone, then apply some pressure on the attack, all the while drawing in these lightning fast whippets. But look at this, route 1, straight on. Oh! Blondie wipes himself out. Saw the red mist. Stocktail now dropping back. Watch for the French cherry picker. French stretching a little bit. We'll need to do this. So much space for Blanc. Buloz. Oh, this is danger. They are so good. The absolute sharpshooters. Guillaume Blanc. What a shot, Billy. What a shot. Impossible to save that one. Unsavable. And the Canadians again just demonstrating the only ever so slight weakness that they might have in their game, which is the defense under that kind of pressure. Struggled against the Americans when they did that. And it's uncharacteristic for the Canadians to try and break out like this. You know, they've drilled it, and when they played their game originally, it's much more solid and determined. I wonder if some nerves have just crept into the camp. Felt it against the Yanks, thought they had it. And now they're just maybe rushing themselves out there. Shizera, maybe he can settle the score, settle the team. Bundy now. Shizera, NHL player. No slouch when it comes to this. Loves his inline. A few messages from other NHLs that I've had the absolute delight to receive. Thanks very much, chaps. Hope you're watching this and these Canadian boys play. Listen. Top notch, guys. Get your wheels on. If you love it, look at this game. Could use you. Both here on this Canadian side and overall to support the game. Love to lend your name. You would be warmly welcomed. Canadians not always winning the face-offs in the way that they did. Listen now. Put some stress on those wheels. Little smoke rising from between the bearings. Canada trying to be clever, and again, it's just a little bit less than clean. Okay, they can run and gun this. Maybe you think that that's how you win, but oh my goodness. Morgan's got to remember that he's got to stop when he gets the train rolling like that. Always remember to check your brakes. This is super dangerous. Well defended. Visser. Like a granite block. Kind of got to be careful here. The French, when they've got the puck, are now, look, they're really opening the gaps up. They're stretching. Canadians just get a little bit nervous on the defense. Their best defense is attack and in possession. Hammond is the guy who can stop the rush. Belows! Canadians stood watching, thinking that wasn't much, but don't you see? These guys can score from anywhere. Belows. Tremendous. And I can see Servos suiting up. On the bench, Simon Prieur struggling to take on these fearsome Exocet missiles whipping off the French sticks. They're so good when they go forward. They love that. And the Canadians will benefit greatly from taking their time in their breakout. When I saw them in their first match, and when it clicks, that absolutely was deliverable. Steady as you go. Route 1. Click, click, click. Breakout. Move into the neutral zone. Cycle. Send it back. Using the skills of people like Hammond to set the clock. Change pace. Alternate between pace and slowing down and frustrate the French. That's when they'll make mistakes, and that's when your opportunities will be grand. Of course, you've got to get past number 43. Hands down, best keeper here. Hands down. Not unbeatable. Has been beaten. But just not that much. Certainly less than most. Standing off a little bit. The French now feeling like they've got a chance to get themselves into a final and have a repeat of the match in which they won the gold. Last year it was Germany. And before then in Asiago, before the pandemic, shut us down for 2 years, it was USA. Will it be USA again? Again, the Canadians really struggling to stay on their feet. Pride on the forecheck. Good. The French break out so well. Passing. Belows. Super danger. You've got to keep your wheels moving. Hard to catch them. You've got to maintain possession. Blanc. Now the French are played in. They've got their eye in now. Penalty called. French keeper Jérôme Sally zipped to the bench. That's going to be really disappointing for the Canadians. They didn't need any more pressure. Score is 3-2 to the French. And the last thing in the world you want is to be spending your time defending. Matthews probably wants to just go and grab it. This is danger. Look, the French just super content. Let's see if they can run the Canadians' trucks out of gas. Xavier Abi. Absolutely one of my favorite jerseys in my collection. It's hard to pick that because some of them are absolute corkers. But yeah, Xavier Abi. Don't easily loose their fingers on those tops. Oh, that's danger. Well defended there. Matthews just getting into where he needed to go. Canadians possess it, and they'll be disappointed to have to defend again. Pride with the slash. That'll be frustrating. Provided me with some classic one-liners, Pride. Just giving it the big one to the ref. Check your glasses. Must do better, Pride. Must do better. He's only young. Probably only just under 40. Jérôme Yaliné, now all the time in the world. Le Capitaine, Filippo, Jérôme. Tick-tock, tick-tock. So difficult, so dangerous. Saw the net move. Whoa. Matthews, or Morgan. Just, establishing a certain safe zone around his keeper. It's a job, and he's doing it. Light on their feet, these Frenchies. Especially when coming up against a unit like that. But you've got to be careful, Canada. If you spend any time in the box, you will be punished dearly. Filippo is ready. Sends that all the way around and clear. Respite, but only for a moment. 1 minute still left in the pen. Jérôme. Oh, he can find that. Marginally. Passing is absolutely superb. The French are tightening the noose. They're sliding in now. Oh, whips it through. Save. Just into the glove and swept away. Canada have got to get some possession here. There's a little foot race. Xavier got there first. Oh, nice little tip. Oh, can he? Foot race. Can he chase it? One sit. Oh, that's a little bit of unluckiness. What can he do? Unbelievable. Gone! Sangon absolutely takes advantage. The worst mistake they could make against the run of play. Short-handed. Wasn't sure whether he was going to be able to pick that up. Wasn't sure whether he was even going to be able to do something with it. But boy, he reined it in and ran at the goal. And did the impossible. He beat Jérôme Sali. And maybe that is just what the Canadians need to switch on. Hunsey giving him a big hug for that one. I think I will later too. That was stupendous. 3-all. And the timeout called. Thanks very much to our sponsors here at the Masters Inline Hockey World Association Games. Legends and veterans. 3 divisions of inline hockey, all over 38s, and again and again and again. What a treat. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Thanks to our sponsors whose help is essential in our ability to bring you these games. Covering a range of 49 countries and 1,250 business consultants and coaches, Focus.com is the go-to dedicated software for profit acceleration and digital acceleration. Designed by founder Carl Bryan, member of one of that bench right over there. Software designed to find breakthroughs in revenue and profit for business coaches and consultants. If you or someone you know would make a great business or marketing coach, contact Focus.com for dedicated profit, digital and mental acceleration software. Thanks very much to our headline sponsor, Focused.com. The French are not the only ones with their formidable team of Sakos shouting them on. Yaliné now comes forward, whips. Servos deflects. Yaliné again. Slap shot. Just couldn't quite tip it. Blondie. No entry. Still under siege, the Canadians. Still nervous. Got to defend. Now for no more seconds. They go even Steven. Pride runs off the bench. Getting the lines right with the hammer coming out. Now, can he settle the team in the way that they need to be done? Goes on. Working so hard, Quattrell. He's so impossible to catch. Laurent right there with him in the good spots. French always have options. They're so quick. Maybe equaled only by the Firecrackers, Team USA. What a great trio of tremendous hockey sides we've got on offer here. All three of them just campaigning to their very best ability, and it's on display right here for us. Scratching at that gold cup. French won't want to give it up. They're certainly not done giving it up yet. Each one of these relishing the prospect of facing the Yanks yet again. Snapshot from outside. Servos had to work. Rabi in the right spot. Morgan taking no guff. Canadians winning that face-off. Now let's see if they can start to get into their shape. The reason it's so hard is because the French forecheck is just getting on top of them, and this closing down all the options. Goodfellow now follows. Weil. Oh, super pass! Oh. Super hands on Shigera. If only they were a little quicker, that might have gone in. Certainly had the space. Don't see that often at that back end. Filippo. Reg. That's the way they take those passes. Plenty of heat on them. Delos. Didn't want to waste any energy, and all it takes is just the merest of little tips. And it just redirected that puck right through the gap. And perhaps the second best keeper here, Servos. And which is saying something, I can tell you. Couldn't quite catch it. Arguably unsavable. I mean, what do you do? Except never let Rabi get the puck. He's not going to let you do that. And look at this now. A little bit of a bad pass off of the boards, but Yaline gets it. That's a little bit better. Now Canada should settle. They want to go run and gun too. Chagnon. Now, Canadians on the attack. Try to get cheeky. Does another little toe drag. 2, 3 for good start, for good measure. Still loose puck in front. Canadians recover. Spit it back out. There's this neutral zone. Great passing now. That's better. Chagnon with Blundy. Going forward. Oh, right in front of the net. Poked it through. Sally covers. Seconds only left to play. Can he win this? Doesn't quite do it. That'll probably run down the clock. 20 seconds left. The French will probably see the play out. They could definitely score in this time. No time for complacency. He can go. Shouts of allez, allez from the bleu. Oh. Repeat, rinse, and score. Hammond now. Rister from way out. Knows the time's about to run out. Would have loved to have gone back to their bench at even Stevens. But the French will take the edge in the first half of this final commentary match here in the semis at the World Inline Hockey Championships. Masters, veterans, and legends for Mihwa. 4-3 to the French. And they go to the bench. Additional sponsors that help us out and support us right here on this surface. We saw the owner skating around for the Czech legends, Thomas Ulrich. Stillmat, the small Czech firm with big ideas, longtime partners of Mihwa since the very beginning, and what tremendous partners they have been in helping support these games and bringing this brand spanking new surface, which I think is going to be staying here for some time. The Intercable Arena, in its business model, recognizing the potential here for inline and other things on this surface. Joker Floor outside, made in Italy, indoor, outdoor, world-class inline surfaces. They do a full range of all kinds of different surfaces, which you can check out, and you'll see them in our intro promo video. Kronplatz, actively experience nature here in the north of Italy, in the South Tyrol. Hockey Site, the comprehensive package for running any sports league. Run your leagues like a boss with Hockey Site, and thanks to Tracy, who's the developer of that and has worked so hard and stayed up so late all the way down there in Australia while we chip in the complexity of our enormous tournament in an effort to make it fit. And she's been working diligently to do that, and so far it's been fantastic. An absolute game changer for us, Hockey Site, in delivering every single player stat, all the goals, team news, standings and schedules, and everything that you need, a comprehensive bit of kit to manage any serious hockey tournament, and it's all available direct from the tournament center. This is live, and if you are watching, you already know that you can access that straight from the website through the Watch Center, as well as all of the other videos that we've taken every single match to the best of our ability. Understand that there's been some issues, and I could go on about the difficulties we've had in putting that together, but I can't stop and praise enough the volunteers that have been working so hard to put this together. The producers and the engineers here up at the booth, all the timekeeping staff, and everyone else who's gone down and contributed in every way. So thanks to them for doing their very, very best. Can't always bring you the best quality, but we damn sure do our best at that for sure. So thanks for your patience and understanding in that regard. Can you help? Do you want to join us? Doors wide open, mate. You know where to contact me. Get in touch, because we're looking for help and support to sustain this game and to build and promote our sport of inline, which is the whole shebang. And that's why we do it for these old fellas, because they'll go home and celebrate their successes, learn from their hardships, and share it with all of the youngsters that they're coaching and training and working with throughout the lands, the four corners, the continents and the oceans, all across the globe. Inline, the great and the good are right here, and they're still kicking. We're ticking down now to the start of the second half. I can see Danny Larocque, Hunsey on the bench, supporting Mika, their coach. Alain Blanchet and Le Rocket Richard, great masters of inline hockey in their time, managing the bench. For les Bleus, no stunning great advantage, I think, on either side. I think that they've got a little bit of luck in both turns. The French obviously pressing in terms of their pace and their creativity going forward. Fearsome attack runs. The Canadians organized and more structured. And I think the score tells that story perfectly. Is marginally just less structured than I think that they have been and maybe need to be in order to unpick this. Now this is better. This is what Hammond does. If the Canadians retain possession, the French are going to struggle. Visser. Morgan. There it is. There it is. Nice movement in the middle. The French are sitting back a little bit now. Making an attack run, moving into center. Shot right over the glove of Sali. And the Canadians take possession. And look at the change in pace now. Look at the difference. French are nervous on their back foot. Oh, chance! What on earth did he see? What's that shot? Morgan! Unbelievable! What a snipe! I'm absolutely stunned at that shot. That was, I don't even think the crowd knows how to react to that. The French don't know how to react to that. Nobody does. It was just unbelievable. Apologies for the interruption there. Sorry, we had a technical difficulty. We just lost it for a bit. And in that time, the Canadians just lost their possession with Quatrell coming forward now. But a super spell. Canadians back in the game. Heads on. Milano and Deschamps. Matthews. Look at this. Canadians now picking fruit deep in the orchard of the French. And that's a difference in class now. The Canadians have really stepped up. Good fellow. Isn't he just? Lahai. A little more run and gun. Doesn't always work. This could be dangerous. French will break fast. It's a different kind of play. Can he? Taps it, wants it, goes forward quick. Oh, great check. Oh, he's going to get called for it as well too. I think it was tight. But look at this. Might score as well right away. And there's the whistle. Canadians maybe could have made a little bit more of that. Calling for the trip. Deschamps, number 7 for the French, will have to sit while they feel a little bit of the Canadians' pressure. Smulders sets it back to Hammond, but not very good. Perrier will try and undo the hammer. Hard to do. Physical. Canadians recover. No stress. Hammond. And that's just what they need, this Canadian side. This line here is particularly good at that, and I think it's just what they need. Smulders. Time now. Space. Visser. Don't know what that deflected off of. I don't think it got as far as Jamie. Mounier. Shishera. Smulders goes to fetch. Visser plants his roots in front of Sali. Smulders here. Sliding into the point. There it is to the backhand. Not ideal. Quick. Oh! Visser was on it. Just deflected from there. Smulders! Hammond's head on. 1, 2, 3. Loose fuck. Still working. Great defense. Tremendous effort from the French. Xavier Rabi goes for a sit. Out comes Deschamps. Jérôme Yaliné. Hammond dictating the pace. Turns well. Smulders tries to find his spot. Shajara right in front with Visser. Tube screening. Deflected. Hammond's wrist shot, a real weapon. The French are superb defenders. Filippo. Cleared all the way around. 17 seconds left in the pen. We're still at 4-all in this second half. In what is effectively a semi. This will determine who goes forward to meet America. Smulders! High and over top. Deschamps bursts out. Shot forward, deflected. French recover. Still not out though. Oh, Bitzer. Forechecking, strong. Can you imagine that forechecking on top of you? Be like a runaway truck going up the escape lane. Here we go, what a recovery. Look, Canadians forechecking now. Feeling that they got the run here. Playing much smarter. Stockdale. Lahai. Backhand Kenny. Stick check through. Canadians forechecking tremendously. Look at this dig. What a work ethic. It's keeping them on the puck, and that's all the difference in the world. The French are at their best when they're flying, and now they're sitting. Oh, danger from this angle, but that's too tight. Sully can get rid of that. No sweat. Laurent. Deschamps. Spits it back to Quatreil. Now what the French can do, surprise you. Milano overtakes Lahai. Oof. Shot, Servos. Lets it roll up over his shoulder. Produced now. To Rabi, the captain. Yanine. Perrier. Rabi blocked. Well done. Canadians go forward. Odd man rush slightly. There's 3-on-2. Got to go it in the right spaces. 1, 2, 3. Can he spit it out? Working hard. Chazera's right in the slot. Well defended. But still, the Canadian forecheck on top of everything. Chazera now back in the slot. What are we going to do? Sends it up. Deflected. Good fellow. Forecheck. Brilliant. Difference now, notable on the Canadian side. Morgan at the point. Canadians don't quite win the face-off. A little bit of a mess under there. The French are released. Super dangerous. Ooh, gee whiz, that took a strange tip. Referee eyes fully on it there. I think that was more the French player, Loya, doing everything he could to try and wiggle around these formidable cedars. Yes, sir. Oh, look at this. Tremendous effort. Hammer. He went route 1. Did a couple of moves. And just the strength of that puck. I mean, Jerome Sully knew he was going to go on the floor. He pushes it down there so strong, though. Even when it's stopped by those pads, it sneaks underneath. Oh, and Hammond. The relief on the Canadian side will be all but brief. I should correct myself and say all but too brief for these guys can snap back in a flash. No room for complacency as Laurent does a swing. Going forward, French. Servos had to save, still loose in front. Maybe just a little bit of afters there. Take it steady, chaps. Say it with the puck. To be fair, Mr. Morgan, I don't think you fancy the chances against you. It's just like catching a plastic flag blowing in the wind in the corner of a big building. So difficult to dispossess. The Canadians doing a good job of it. Oh, that is not heads up. Stockdale needs to be a bit sharper there. Maybe a bit obvious. And again, Hammond just calling for the steady. Take her steady. Well, the French may be just a little bit out of sorts as well too. Just nervous about what they need to do to put themselves back in contention. Could be looking at a bronze match. Possibly facing Great Britain, possibly facing Slovenia. Or sorry, my bad. Possibly facing Germany. Silver medalists last year, Germany. Not at their best strength this year, but doing a good job. Sort of in the background while all eyes are focused on these powerhouses. Oh, Hammond goes for the wraparound. Doesn't get there. Salih. It's not going to be easy to beat him like that. Canadians watching carefully. French running down the channels. Good movement. The French they always look like they could score going forward. Every single time. And they can. That's why. Oh, look at that. Through the skates. Playing a bit of footy. Takes a deflection. Lost a wheel on the way. Matthews. Doesn't have an outlet. Deflected off of the inside of a skate of Filippo. Whizzes it back. French will break again. Canadians need this possession. Trigera now out there. Jerome Yaliné, Shishira chases him, follows him. Too good. The French will have a little chance to break out. Wind up the clock. Here it goes. Spits it through. Can do this, the French. They can score anytime they want. Yaliné. Goodfellow now standing guard at the center. There goes Yaliné on his attack run down this channel in front of me. Whips it. Deflected. Lucky. Dangerous. That could have gone through a few trees and surprised everyone. Bit of frisbee golf being played. Now Shigera, has he got some support? Goodfellow coming up for it. Oh, great shot. Salih just dropped in front of him. Goodfellow saw it and went for it. Nothing doing there. And it's end to end here. End to end. 7:43 left. Canada up by just the one with 5. French 4. They could score at any minute. Every time they go forward. Oh, look at this! Villos! Whoa, Servos. Supreme. Saw the move. Oh, Canada struggling to clear. I love the guys, but this is amateur hour there. Smulders! Deflected! Oh, no! Down again. Canadians applying a little bit of force. Haven't had to go a little bit high with that. Pick it up off the surface. Now let's see Canada with a little bit of patience break out. Again, the passing just struggling. Tiredness, fatigue, headache, who knows? Oh, Servos! Had it all to do all on his own. Having words with that Canadian defense. Someone's got to switch the lights back on. Will it be Visser and Shazera with Smulders? Oh, Shazera even struggling now as well. Everyone's got the lurgy. No one knows what to do. Who's going to set the tone? Maybe Visser. Good check. Shazera. Packing the trailer up. Struggled. Shazera feeling that now, and that's not his normal pace. You can feel it in the atmosphere. Sakos feel like they can take this. Have another go at the Yanks. It was so good. They can score anytime. Very good. So patient. Servos, what a great save. Followed it all the way through. Canada break back out. Chagnon. Oh, great little move. Silky hands. .438. 5-all. Good passing, good fellow, takes it well. Looking for the outlet. French, good positions. Oh, good fellow, toe drag, backhand. Oh, day long, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. That referee was right on top of it. He waited and waited. They couldn't poke it through. They tried to get underneath Sally. It spat back out right at the back post. It was nearly cleared. And then just by sheer force alone, the Canadians knocked it in. The whistle was not pending. Tack. The Korean referee with his eyes fully on it. And Canada claim it. Don't even ask me who scored. I have no idea. And I think I believe if I did, I said that the Canadians game has that extra element that when it comes to this, the scrappy stuff, the rough stuff, that they can make advantages there. The French need it clean and precise and open. They can score at will. Filippo could do it. Look, he can just go around, weaving in between the trees. They can't keep up and catch. Blanc. Zav. Long. Rabi comes on now, gets the legs moving. Yanine bounces off the boards, unlucky. A little bit physical. Visser clears smartly. Recognized that they were under a bit of pressure there. It's not the ideal though. You don't want the French breaking on you because every time it's an opportunity. Rabi. Oh, shot. Way over. Hammond. Oh, strength. What's he got? Good pass. Ooh, good shot. Great save, Sally. Stockdale's here, takes it. And is he going to move it? This is better movement from the Canadians. Settled now. Periods of concentration, periods of good play, and then just lapses. Got to tighten that up. Good fellow. Takes a knock. And then just slight miscommunication, scrappy a little bit. Oh. No. What a fearsome dig. Oh, well, inside netting. Just work ethic from that chap. Canadians are tired now. You can see it. Fatigue in the legs, the weakness. French can do this. Sends it all the way through. Bounce that coin right off the bed. Blanc, Filippo at the back. Those communication difficulties on the Canadian bench, and that was soft. Servos covers it up. On the atmosphere in here. Lively crowd building up in anticipation for this big match. I can see the GB boys waiting for their game. Good luck to them in their final attack to move up the leaderboard into a good space and making their bid certainly for a bronze. 6 to Canada, 5 to France. French could score at any minute. Canada capable when they're on, but susceptible. Lapses in concentration. Maybe it's fatigue. Long way to come. A full scrum now around Richard, offering coaching to the French. Both teams know exactly the formula that they need to apply that will make the difference in this match. One minute 32. Canada 6, France 5. They only need the 2 of the 32 to score the French. Can the Canadians hold it off? Can they get one back? Every moment that the French have the puck is an opportunity. If Canada give it up once. Oh, the Canadians try the stretch. That's a high risk, high reward. And of course, you might expect it. Yoram Salih takes his leave. Canadians have got to be careful not to draw a penalty. There was some pretty heavy argy-bargy going on there. Servos applying some old school hockey tactics. Applying his blocker as a mask for the screen. Sully pops back in, but he won't last long. will be disappearing shortly. Off the face-off, away he goes. French win the face-off. Canada needed that. And here we go again. They can do this, the French. It's worth the risk. 47 seconds. Rabi, now. Back to Yeliné. Tries to find the way through. Can whip one in. Full concentration needed. Canadians need to be absolutely on it. Morgan. Looking for it. Watch out. There it goes. Canadians have got to hold this possession. That's not a good way to clear. Struggling. Hammond. Fighting off one. Fighting off two. Fighting off three. Still can't get it back. Oh, through the gaps. Struggling. Look, there's all sorts of wrestling going on there. And we're going to talk about two of them going Visser. Who would dare? The French desperate. Throwing everything. Such frustration. Loya just doing everything and anything he can. Morgan having a chat with Zav. Xavier Rabi. Absolutely nothing left on the bench for this French team. They want this so bad. This is their last chance. 5 outfield players. Brillos waits for the shot. Way too high from Jolinet up at the top. Scruffy, Scrappy, Servos. Breathe. 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 Now it's a low percentage chance, but by no means impossible. They're going to have to win this. It's 1.9 seconds left before Canada takes this win. And they do it! They do it! They do it! And they set up the dream final. We've been waiting for this, looking for it. It was never certain, not 1 second, not 1 minute in this entire match, who was going to take it. It goes and goes and goes until the Canadians at the last finally make it over the line and put themselves into a place that they've been waiting to achieve since the very start of the Masters Inline. They go to the final with the USA. Commiserations, les Bleus, absolutely superb. Anytime they wanted to, they could have scored the French. They are so quick and so lively. They've held the gold so many times, fought for it and won it against what used to be overwhelming odds against the Czechs when they were as fierce and as impossible to break down. They couldn't do it against Canada tonight, but they were close. They couldn't do it against USA. They were close. And it's a testament to the level because these French guys, my goodness, les Bleus de Sacos, formidable in every single way. But not this time, lads. The world has grown around you. The world has turned. And the gravity is centering around North America. We can't wait for that electric match and an opportunity for the Canadians to get some revenge and an opportunity for USA to do what they claimed was their destiny here and win the gold. Bravo les Bleus! Bravo! Bravo! What a superb match. You have entertained us par excellence. And you should go back to your bench proud. Go back to your lockers and celebrate a superb effort. Right from the get-go, you just thought the French were going to be under pressure, having lost their talisman, Masson. What would have happened if he'd have been in this match? I think it's different. I think Masson could have made all the difference. Maybe they lost it right there, the moment that Masson went. I'll be watching that replay back and scanning closely just to see what it was that earned him 5-minute game. But it only got the Canadians so far. It wasn't barely enough for them to get out of the traps. And they still had to fight and scrap every single bit of the way. Let's just say nothing about that goal, though. My God. What even was that? Superb. Morgan laughing all the way to the bank with that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap up for today's commentary. Thanks very much for joining me coast to coast. I hope all the Canadians have enjoyed that. And I know that my good friends from the French teams, top to bottom and all in between, will have had a thrill watching their teams here tonight and will go to their bench disappointed but proud. Well played, everyone. What an entertaining centre this is of inline hockey. Tune in tomorrow. It's all gold all day long. I can't wait to bring it to you. We are set up. We are set up. Good night, everyone.